your consciousness as power at this moment to swallow, digest, clean up all negativity and all toxins. Develop a powerful will persistence. That's the most important asset for life. I am not giving you some life positive blah blah. I am giving you the facts of life. I am triggering your consciousness. The moment you decide, your consciousness is the supreme identity you have. You will not empower your depression, your frustration, deal your problems, whether it is simple headache or depression, or the worst suicidal patterns, or life negativity, only through consciousness. Don't go for any other solution. Don't keep stupid, toxic, life negative struggles inside. I am your Guru. I will make you enlightened. It's my commitment. Till you become Paramashiva, I won't rest. Don't worry at all. To all my disciples, I give you this as a boon. I'll swallow everything with which you are stuck and liberate you all. Time itself is nothing but your decision to struggle with the same rut. Your decision to struggle with the same rut is time, Kala. Your decision to swallow time is Kala Bhairava. Conscious woman or man. Be conscious being. Shrink the time through conscious will persistence. Make the future into present. by being ferocious with yourself. Your consciousness as power at this moment to swallow, digest, clean up all negativity and all toxins. Develop a powerful will persistence. That's the most important asset for life. I am not giving you some life positive blah blah. I am giving you the facts.
Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, a great avatar, lived from 1836 to 1886. He says, Shiva is Brahman, but Devi has the key to reach Brahman. Unless she opens, nobody can reach. Very beautifully, he describes a house scene. Even though husband is the owner of the house, the key to the house will be on the hip of the mother. Either you have to fall at the feet of the mother or the small sons of the mother. Only they can touch that place and remove the key. Nobody else can touch. So either surrender to the mother or people who are closer to the mother who can reach. Here we have a Shastra Pramana from the Devi Upanishad. Devi says, I am essentially Brahman. From me has proceeded the world comprising Prakriti and Purusha, the void and the plenum. I am bliss and non-bliss. Knowledge and ignorance are myself. Brahman and non-Brahman are to be known, says the Atharvana Vedas. I am the five elements as also what is different from them. I am the entire world. I am the Veda as well as what is different from it. I am the unborn, I am the born. Below and above and around am I. Devi, the ultimate pure feminine consciousness, Parashakti, is the cosmic mother. It is her cosmic womb from which billions and billions of universes comes out and go in. Source where the Big Bang and black hole goes on. Parashakti is the source Shakti, source energy, source power from which all of us came, in which all of us are even now, in which all of us are going to merge back into. Out of her extreme love and compassion, Devi Parashakti herself is manifesting through the embodied form as the Nijavatara of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, gracing us, answering all our questions, attending to our prayers, giving boons, healing us, revealing our past, present, and future, delivering profound spiritual truths, and ultimately giving us the experience of Paramashivoham itself. Here we have Devi Parashakti in her own words explain her happening and the significance of the Parashakti Akashic readings.
Om 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 ஓமெனும் ஓங்காரத்து உட்பொருளாய் மலர்ந்து உயிர்த்தெழுந்து இறையனார் இடப்பாகத்திருந்து குமரிக்கண்டம் ஆளும் மீனாட்சி மலர்ந்தேன் இங்கு நல்லருள் செய்திடவும் நல்வாக்கு தந்திடவும் ஆனந்தம் ஞானத்தொடு பூரண அன்பு ஏகம் அநேகமாய் ஆகிய இப்புவுலகிற்கு பரமசிவன் ஞானம் தர வந்தேன் பராசக்தி மீனாட்சி. அருளாட்சி அரசாட்சி பொருளாட்சியொடு நன்மாட்சிமையொடு ஆட்சி செய்யும் பராசக்தி மீனாட்சி நான். கருணையே வடிவாய் கண்மலர்ந்து நன்மை செய்திட வந்திட்டேன். மாந்தர்கள் கேளுங்கள் இந்த பெருநன்மை சத்தியத்தை. கேட்டு நீங்கள் வாழ்ந்திட கேடும் பெருந்துக்கமும் உங்களுக்கில்லை. கேட்டிடுங்கள். இவ்வினாடி என்னை கண்டுகொண்டும் கேட்டுக்கொண்டும் இருக்கும் உங்கள் எல்லோர்க்கும் நான் அளிக்கும் தீட்சை. நானே நினைப்பும் மறப்பும் கடந்த உயிர்ப்பாய் உங்கள் எல்லோருக்குள்ளும் இருக்கின்றேன். பரமசிவோகம் 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 பரமசிவோகம். இதை தீட்சையாய் ஏற்று இதே உணர்வோடு அமர்ந்திருங்கள். உங்கள் எல்லோருக்கும் எல்லா நன்மையும் வரமும் ஞானமும் அருளும் அளிக்கின்றேன். ஓங்காரத்தின் உட்பொருளாய் வேதமொடு ஆகமம் மெய்யாய் வெளிப்பட்டு உபவேதங்கள் உபாகமங்கள் அனைத்துமாய் உயர்ந்து நின்று தத்துவங்கள் ஆராய் உண்மையை செப்பி ஜகம் முழுவதும் ஞானம் அளிக்கும் பாரதி பராசக்தி மீனாட்சி நான். ஆய கலைகள் 64 உடலும் மனமும் உயர்வை அடைந்திடும் பரமசிவ சக்திகளை உங்களுக்குள் மலர்த்தவே வந்திருக்கின்றேன். அஷ்ட சித்திகளும் அஷ்ட கன்மமும் ஆதி சக்தி பரமேஸ்வரியாய் மலர்ந்து உங்கள் அத்துணை பேருக்கும் ஆனந்தம் அளிக்கின்றேன். அஞ்சாதீர், ஆனந்தத்தோடிருப்பீர். ஓம் 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 ஹ்ரீம் 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 ஓம் ஹ்ரீம். ஓம் ஓம் ஓம்.
In the words of Devi Parashakti herself, raising as Omkara, expressing as Vedas and Agamas, blossomed as Hrimkara, filled as Parashodasi, living in 40 triangles, the Kailasa Swamini, who is in Kailasa Shripura Chintamani, Parashodasi, sitting as part of Paramashiva, Parameshwari, who rules the world, Paramashakti, Manonmani Meenakshi, as Nithyananda, I took Nijavatara here. To give good boon to everyone, to bestow all goodness, Hiranyagarbha Swarupini, Brahmanda Yoni, Shami, Chandramoli, Rapala, Aparna, Uma, Parvati, Savitri, Navayovana, Sambraja Lakshmi, Parameshwari, Parashodasi, Meenakshi, taking the form of Nithyananda, I came here as Nijavatara with great compassion. I took blessing. Listen, people, to do good to all of you, I took the form of Nithyananda and came down as Nijavatara. Now we have heard the significance and the happening of Devi Parashakti. But what is the best way to receive her when she appears and lands? When we see Devi Parashakti, we are literally seeing Paramashiva and Parashakti together at that moment. She is there in the screen, so she should be received traditionally. Keep 2 betel leaf, 1 banana, 1 betel nut, and 1 coin in front of the screen. Watch Devi. Coin is considered the traditional dakshina in Hindu tradition. It can be the lowest value. In India, it can even be 1 paisa. In US, it can even be 1 cent. I am not trying to monetize. Keep even 1 cent, it is okay. So for 100 days, if you have darshan, it will add up to $1. In India, even 1 paisa is okay. Offer that to Devi. After the darshan is over, do namaskar and eat the banana, betel leaf and betel nut. Take it as prasadam immediately. Collect those coins and send it to the LA temple. This betel leaf, betel nut may look too small, but in few days, you will see how much it adds to your sentiment that really she is there. You will not take the Devi darshan for granted. Rituals will break your monotonous unconscious mentality and lifestyle and remind you and raise you to the powerful cognition. It will break your unconscious behavior. Here, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expands on how best we can prepare to receive the grace and blessings of Devi Parashakti.
I wanted to give you one characteristic to all of you. Do this Panchabhuta Yoga. See, whenever you want to ask any question to Devi, receive the answer, on that day, do this Panchabhuta Yoga. Means, apply only mud on the body and take bath. Don't apply any chemical on the body to take bath. Just put insert and fill mud. Only that apply on the body and take bath. Don't apply anything else. That is mud. Earth part, earth compound. Second, water. Drink only water that day. Don't eat, drink, don't do anything other than drinking water. When you come for the Parashakti's Akashic reading, at least for a few hours, prepare yourself. Maybe 10 hours ahead. Just drink only water and keep yourself active. Third, the fire in your stomach should be allowed to burn without any food dumped on it. Just the pure fire. You can chant Omkara to intensify it, or Mahavagya, Ajapa Ajapa, but pure fire. No food, nothing. That pure fire should be encouraged. And just be in the free air, open space, breathing the whole sky at least few hours before. And intensely unclutch to get the power of the space, Akasha. See, listen. Akasha is an intense energy. Just like the other bhutas, like earth, water, fire, air, the Akasha also is a pure consciousness. It is intelligence, living energy. Once you start unclutching, you manifest Akasha's energy in you, consciousness in you. So do this Panchabhuta Yoga. Your questions will be surely answered immediately by Parashakti. If you just do this Panchabhuta Yoga and come for the Devi's Akashic reading, she will simply answer your questions. I'll repeat. Apply the ant hill mud and take bath, or even clay. Don't use any other chemical. Take bath just with the mud. Second, drink only water. No other food or juice at least for 10 hours ahead. If possible, that whole day. Third, intensify the Agni in your stomach without dumping any food on it. Just through the Omkara, Ajapa, Ajapa, ignite it, intensify it. Fourth, walk around and breathe in an open space at least for a few hours before. Fifth, try to unclutch as intensely as possible to receive the Akasha energy, Chitambara, Chitambara, that energy of cosmic space. With this Panchabhuta Yoga, come to Parashakti's Akashic reading. Surely she will answer your questions.
We are now going to be seeing the various revelations delivered by Devi Parashakti for the world.
Om, 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 ஓங்காரத்துயர்ந்து பாங்காய் வேதமுடு ஆகமமாய் வெளிப்பட்டு ஹ்ரீங்காரமாய் மலர்ந்து பரஷோடசியாய் நிறைந்து 40 முக்கோணம் வாழும் கையிலை ஸ்ரீபுரச் சிந்தாமணி கிருகத்தில் இருக்கும் கைலாச சுவாமினி பரஷோடசி பரமசிவன் பாகம் அமர்ந்து பாராளும் பரமேஸ்வரி Paramasakti Manonmani Meenakshi Nithyanandanai நிஜாவதாரம் கொண்டேன் இங்கு எல்லோர்க்கும் நல்வரம் தந்திட எல்லா நன்மையும் அருளிட ஹிரண்ய கர்ப்பஸ்வரூபிணி பிரம்மாண்டயோனி சாம்பவி சந்திரமௌலி ரபலா அபர்ணா உமா பார்வதி சாவித்ரி நவயவனா சாம்ராஜ்யலக்ஷ்மி பரமேஸ்வரி பரஷோடசி மீனாட்சி நித்யானந்தனாய் உருக்கொண்டு இங்கு நிஜாவதாரமாய் வந்தேன். அருட்பெருங்கருணையினால் அருளுகின்றேன் கேளுங்கள். மக்களே, உங்கள் எல்லோருக்கும் நன்மை செய்யவே நாம் இங்கு நித்யானந்தன் வடிவு கொண்டு நிஜாவதாரமாய் இறங்கி வந்தோம். இந்திய நாட்டு மக்களே, கேட்டுக்கொள்ளுங்கள், நன்றாய் கேளுங்கள். காலம் காலமாய் அவதார புருஷர்கள் வந்து மலர்ந்து உலகிற்கு நன்மை செய்யும் மிக பெரும் ஞான பூமி பாரதம். இருக்கின்ற ஒரு பாரதத்தை இழக்க இயலாது மக்களே. ஞான கர்ப்பத்தை மலடாக்க இயலாது. வாழையடி வாழையென ஞானிகளும் அவதார புருஷர்களும் வந்தே தீர வேண்டும், வாழ்ந்தே தீர வேண்டும், மலர்ந்தே தீர வேண்டும். உலகிற்கு அதுவே உத்தம நன்மை. ஒரு சில கயவர்கள் மாயையில் சிக்கி செய்திட்ட சதிகளால் உலகை பலி கொடுக்க ஆகாது. சிருஷ்டி நஷ்டமடையக் கூடாது. பிரபஞ்சம் அழிந்துவிடக் கூடாது. பிரளயத்து இருந்து இந்த பிரபஞ்சத்தை காக்கவே பெரும் கப்பல் நானொன்று செய்தேன். அதன் பெயரே ஆதி கைலாசம். ஆதி கைலாசம் இந்த பிரபஞ்சத்தில் இருக்கும் ஞான சக்திகளை ஒன்றாய் திரட்டி பிரளயத்திலிருந்து மக்களை காத்திடவே நாம் செய்த கப்பல். துரோகிகள் சூழ்ச்சியாலும் விரோதிகள் ஆட்சியாலும் வழியின்றி கப்பலை விட்டு மாலுமியே ஒதுங்க வேண்டிய காலம் வந்ததையா. அதனால்தான் ககனம் கொந்தளித்து பேரழிவை நோக்கி சென்று கொண்டிருக்கின்றது. மக்களே, அறியாத தனத்தினால் மாயையில் சிக்கி குழந்தைகள் தவறு செய்தாலும் பிரபஞ்சம் அழியாது காக்க வேண்டியது பராசக்தி, பரமசக்தி, பரஷோடசி மனோன்மணியின் பொறுப்பென்பதால் சத்தியங்கள் சிலவற்றை சொல்லுகின்றேன். நன்றாய் கேட்டுக்கொள்ளுங்கள். அடுத்த சில மாதங்களில் 1000 அல்ல, லட்சம் அல்ல, கோடியில் உயிர்கள் பலியாகும். இந்திய நாட்டினில் கோடியில் உயிர்கள் பலியாகும். உண்மையை சொல்லுகின்றேன், நன்மையை சொல்லுகின்றேன். தேடிக்கொள்ளுங்கள் உங்கள் வாழ்க்கைக்கு பாதுகாப்பை. ஆதி கைலாசத்தை நிர்வகிக்கும் அன்பர்களே, நன்றாய் கேளுங்கள். 12 ஆண்டுகளுக்கு முன்பாக வரப்போகும் இந்த மாபெரும் பிரளயத்தை தெரிந்து கொண்டு உலகில் இருக்கும் எல்லா ஔஷத சக்திகளையும் ஒன்றாய் திரட்டி நவபாஷாணத்து நிறுத்தி ஆனந்த லிங்கமாய் வைத்திய சரோவரத்தில் ஸ்தாபித்து வைத்தேன். வருகின்ற குரு பூர்ணிமையோடு 12 ஆண்டுகள் அந்த ஞான ரசவாதம் பழுத்து முதிர்ந்து முழுமையான நவபாஷாண லிங்கமாய் மலர்ந்து விடுகின்றது. வருகின்ற குரு பௌர்ணமியில் இருந்து வருகின்ற எல்லோரும் அங்கு வந்து நவபாஷாண தீர்த்தத்தில் தீர்த்தமாடிச் செல்ல அனுமதியுங்கள். அதற்கு வகை செய்யும் விதத்திலே நல்ல முறையிலே எல்லா நன்மையும் செய்து வையுங்கள். இந்த தீர்த்தத்தில் தீர்த்தமாடியோர்க்கும் அந்த தீர்த்தத்தை அருந்தியோர்க்கும் கொரோனா கொடுந்தொற்று வராது, மரணம் இல்லை, துக்கம் இல்லை. இது அறிவியல் பூர்வமாய் அனுபவபூர்வமாய் நிரூபிக்கப்படும். அதனால் கோடிக்கணக்கில் மக்கள் வரிசையில் நின்று தினந்தோறும் வந்து நவபாஷாணத்தாலான ஆனந்த லிங்கத்தில், நித்யானந்த லிங்கத்தில் நீராடி வணங்கி நன்மை பெற்றுச் செல்வார்கள். நன்றாய் கேளுங்கள் மக்களே. ஆதி கைலாசத்து நிர்வாகிகளே, இந்த ஒரு சேவையை உலகத்திற்கு செய்யுங்கள். நீங்கள் செய்த எல்லா கர்மங்களுக்கும் பிராயஷ்சித்தமாகும். நல் அமைதியும் ஞானமும் யோகமும் உங்களுக்கும் கிட்டும், உலகத்திற்கும் கிட்டும். 12 ஆண்டுகள் முன்பாக பராசக்தி நான் செய்து வைத்த நவபாஷாணம் சித்தித்து, புளித்து, பழுத்து, முதிர்ந்து ரசவாத யோகத்தில் சித்தியாகி இன்று நிறைந்த நவபாஷாண நித்யானந்த லிங்கமாய் வைத்திய சரோவரத்தில் மலர்ந்திருக்கின்றது. இதை செய்த காரணம் வரப்போகும் பிரபஞ்சத்தின் பிரளயத்திலிருந்து மக்களை காத்திடவே. எல்லோரும் கேளுங்கள். ஆதி கைலாசத்து நேரடியாய் மறைமுகமாய் உதவி செய்து உடன் இருந்த எல்லோரும் கேளுங்கள். உங்கள் எல்லோரையும் நம்பியே இந்த படகை நாம் உருவாக்கினோம். இந்த பெரும் சேவையில் எல்லோரும் வந்து பாகமாயிருந்து கொரோனா வராதவர், வந்தவர், வந்து நீங்கியோர், இவர்கள் எல்லோருக்கும் மாபெரும் மருந்து நவபாஷாண நித்யானந்த லிங்கத்து தீர்த்த விருந்து. எல்லோரும் வந்து நல் நீராடி தற்காப்பும் பெற்று, நோய் கண்டவர் நோயும் தீர்ந்து நன்மையெல்லாம் அடைந்திட இந்திய நாட்டு மக்களே, உங்களால் இயன்றதைச் செய்திடுங்கள். உங்கள் எல்லோர்க்கும் நல் பாதுகாப்பும் உண்டு, நல்லதும் உண்டு. என்னை இழந்தாலும், என்னை நீங்கள் மறுத்தாலும் உங்களை நான் காப்பேன். அஞ்சாதீர்கள். பெருங்கருணை பேரருளால் நான் செய்து வைத்த கப்பலை உபயோகித்து இந்த ஆழிப் பிரளயத்தின் பெருங்கூத்து ஊழிக்கூத்திலிருந்து உங்களை காத்துக் கொள்ளுங்கள். உண்மையை சொல்லிவிட்டேன், நன்மையை சொல்லிவிட்டேன். பிராயஷ்சித்தம் வேண்டுமென்றும் காப்பாற்ற வேண்டுமென்றும் கதறிய பக்தர்கள் எல்லோருக்கும் பெருங்கருணையினால் தீர்வை தந்து விட்டேன். அன்பர்களே, பக்தர்களே, சீடர்களே, என் சொல் கேட்கும் நேர்மையான தொண்டர்களே, புயல் என புறப்படுங்கள். ஆதி கைலாசத்திற்கு தேவையானதெல்லாம் உடனடியாய்ச் செய்து வரப்போகும் மக்களுக்கெல்லாம் அன்னதானம் செய்து அவர்கள் நல்லபடி வைத்திய சரோவரத்தில் தீர்த்தமாடி நவபாஷாண மருந்தையே விருந்தாய்க் கொண்டு நோயிலிருந்து தற்காப்பும் பெற்று உயிர்காப்பும் பெற்று நல்லபடியாய் வாழ்ந்திட தேவையான சேவைகளை செய்யுங்கள். இதுதான் உங்கள் எல்லோருக்கும் பிராயஷ்சித்தம். நித்யானந்தன் வடிவு தாங்கி நிஜாவதாரமாய் நான் இந்திய நாட்டில் வந்தபொழுது என்னை வைத்து வாழாத பெருங்குற்றத்திற்கு பிராயஷ்சித்தம் இதுவே உங்களுக்கு. இதை யாவது செய்து, இது ஒன்றையாவது செய்து உங்களையும் காத்துக்கொள்ளுங்கள், நாட்டையும் காத்திடுங்கள். கோடிகளில் உயிர்கள் போகப் போகின்றது என்பதை நேரில் காண்பீர்கள். கண்ட பிறகுதான் நான் சொல்லும் வார்த்தையின் சத்தியமும் உண்மையும் உங்களுக்கு புரியப் போகின்றது. அழிவதற்கு முன்வந்து நவபாஷாண மருந்தை விருந்தாய்ப் பெற்று மரணத்திலிருந்து உங்களை காத்துக் கொள்ளுங்கள். மக்களே, இது ஒன்றே வழி. ஓம் ஓம் ஓம். பெருங்கருணை பேரருளால் அன்னை பராசக்தி அருளினேன் சத்தியத்தை. இந்த ஒரு சத்தியத்தை உடனடியாய் புரிந்து கொண்டு உங்களுக்கும் உலகத்துக்கும் நன்மை செய்து கொள்ளுங்கள். ஆதி கைலாசத்து நித்யானந்த லிங்கத்தின் எல்லைக்குள் ஆருக்கும் கொரோனா கொடுந்தொற்று தீண்டாது. இந்த சத்தியத்தை அனுபவபூர்வமாகவும் அறிவியற்பூர்வமாகவும் முழுமையாக நீங்கள் புரிந்து கொள்வீர்கள். இது நிரூபணமாகும். அன்னை பராசக்தி 12 ஆண்டுகளுக்கு முன்பாக உள்ள ஞான ஔஷத சக்திகள் அனைத்தையும் பிரம்மாண்ட யோனி ஹிரண்ய கர்ப்பத்திலிருந்து கொண்டு வந்து உருவாக்கி வைத்த நவபாஷாண லிங்கம் இன்று பிரளயத்திலிருந்து காக்கும் பெரும் கப்பலாய் உங்களுக்கு ஊதாவும். என இழந்தாலும் நான் செய்து வைத்த இந்த ரசவாத ஞானத்தின் துணை இழக்காமல் உங்களை நீங்களே காத்துக்கொள்ளுங்கள். இது ஒன்றே வழி. மக்களே, இது ஒன்றே வழி. ஓம் 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 ஓம்.
Translating the words of Devi Parashakti, the world cannot be sacrificed for the sake of conspiracies done by some ignorant thieves who got stuck in Maya. Srishti should not have loss. Cosmos should not have destruction. To save the cosmos from Pralaya, I made a huge ship. Its name is Adi KAILASA. Adi KAILASA is the ship that will gather all the enlightened powers of this cosmos and save the people from the Pralaya. Through the tricks of traitors and rule of the enemies, without any other way out, time came for the sailor itself to leave. That is why the sky is boiling and moving towards huge destruction. People, even if children do mistakes and ignorance by getting stuck in Maya, as it is Parashakti, Paramashakti, Parashodasi, Manonmani, my responsibility to save the cosmos from destruction, I am telling some of the truths. Listen properly. Within next few months, not in thousands or lakhs, lives will be lost in crores. Crores of lives will be lost in India. I am telling you the truth. I am telling you the good. Search for protection for your life. We are now going to be seeing the current state of the world as revealed by Devi Parashakti.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Severe cases of COVID causes cognitive impairment equivalent to aging 20 years, a study finds. Patients who overcome severe COVID infections suffer the same cognitive impairment that people generally go through between the ages of 50 and 70, a new study has found. This is the equivalent of losing 10 IQ points, say the team of scientists from the University of Cambridge and Imperial College London. Their findings suggest that the effects of the coronavirus infection are still detectable more than 6 months after the illness, that cognitive recovery is gradual at best, and that it may even impact people who had only mild cases. There is a growing body of evidence that COVID-19 causes lasting cognitive and mental health problems, with recovered patients still experiencing symptoms months after infection. The symptoms they report include fatigue, brain fog, problems recalling words, sleep disturbances, anxiety, and even post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, says the scientists. By comparing the patients to 66,008 members of the general public, the researchers estimate that the magnitude of cognitive loss is similar on average to that sustained with 20 years aging, between 750 and 70 years of age, and that this is the equivalent to losing 10 IQ points. A World Health Organization report has estimated that there were 47 lakh COVID-19 deaths in India from January 2020 till December 2021, which is nearly 10 times the official figures. India rejected the estimates by calling data collection methodology questionable and said despite India's objection to the process, methodology and outcome of this modeling exercise, the World Health Organization released the excess mortality estimates. The Omicron variant of the SRS COVID virus is intrinsically as severe as previous variants, according to a preprint version of a large US study that counters assumptions in other studies that it was more transmissible but less severe. The findings, which estimated Omicron's severity after accounting for the impact of vaccines, should reinforce the importance of inoculations and booster shots, experts say. Vaccines helped keep hospitalizations and deaths relatively low during the Omicron surge compared with previous variants. The new study, based on records of 130,000 COVID patients in Massachusetts, is unique and pretty strong, said Dr. Arjun Venkatesh of Yale School of Medicine and the Yale Center for Outcomes Research and Evaluation, who is not involved in the research. 2 new strains of COVID-19 have arrived in the US. These variants evade antibodies from vaccinations and prior infections, which could create the possibility of a new wave. The Africa Health Research Institute in South Africa conducted a study that found that the BA4 and BA5 variants can evade antibodies. The low absolute neutralization levels for BA4 and BA5, particularly in the unvaccinated group, are unlikely to protect well against symptomatic infection, the study noted for Bloomberg. This may indicate that based on neutralization escape, BA4 and BA5 have the potential to result in a new infection wave. A new subvariant of Omicron has been found in the UK as the country battles a renewed surge of the coronavirus. The Office for National Statistics said that 4.9 million people in the UK were infected with COVID-19 as of last weekend, a record high during the pandemic. The comment comes at a time when South Africa may be entering a 5th COVID wave earlier than expected owing to the rise in infections that seems to be driven by the BA4 and BA5 Omicron subvariants. The World Health Organization last month added these sublineages to its monitoring list. With more than 100,000 official deaths from COVID-19 and 3 times that if excess death data is taken into account, South Africa is the worst hit country in Africa. Meanwhile, only 30% of the entire South African population has been vaccinated against coronavirus. The World Health Organization has said that the South African scientists who identified Omicron variant of COVID-19 late last year have now reported two more Omicron subvariants, BA4 and BA5. This is another sign that the COVID-19 pandemic is not done with us, and there are some clear takeaways. The World Health Organization chief Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus said on Wednesday. Cases in South Africa have only begun to rise in the past 10 days or so, according to the country's Department of Health. In that period, the number of new daily cases went from bouncing between 800 and 1,800 the week ending April 17 to over 6,500 yesterday. Whether the US sees its own BA4, BA5 jump remains to be seen, but it is already seeing surge related to BA2 from a 26,675 7-day average of new cases on April 1st to 60,809 as of April 29th. Hospitalizations and deaths related to COVID have also begun to rise. More than 80 million people, 3 times higher than the official number suggests, have probably died because of COVID, US's Washington University researchers say. The researchers gathered data through searches of various government websites, the World Mortality Database, the Human Mortality Database, and the European Statistical Office. Rates of excess deaths are estimated to have varied dramatically by country and region, but the overall global rate calculated in the study is 120 deaths per 100,000 people. That would mean about 18.2 million deaths have happened because of COVID in the 2 years between the start of 2020 and in the end of 2021, 3 times as many as the official 5.9 million that have actually been recorded. People infected with COVID-19 are at increased risk of developing heart conditions up to a year later. The Pan American Health Organization warned that millions of children have fallen behind on routine immunizations during the pandemic, causing outbreaks of diseases such as measles and diphtheria in Latin America and the Caribbean. Many doctors believe it's possible to have long-term effects of the Omicron variants of the virus. A lot of people who catch the coronavirus remain ill for an extended period. An estimated 10 to 40% later suffer from long COVID. After a COVID infection, they are in increased risk of developing a serious blood clot for the next 6 months, a study from Sweden suggests. The research found people with severe COVID and those infected during the first wave had the highest clot risk. About 17 in every 100,000 COVID patients had a blood clot in the lungs, compared with fewer than 1 in every 10,000 who did not have COVID. University in Iowa at Iowa City researchers led the study of 24,915 patients with in-hospital cardiac arrest from 286 US hospitals, of whom 5,916 had COVID-19 from March to December 2020. Adult COVID-19 patients who had the IHCA were 35% less likely to receive potentially life-saving defibrillation without delay and to survive to hospital release. Scans reveal that COVID may also change the brain. Catching COVID may cause changes to the brain, a study suggests. Scientists found significant differences in MRI, magnetic resonance imaging, scans before and after infection. Even after a mild infection, the overall size of the brain had shrunk slightly, with less gray matters in the parts related to smell and memory. The researchers do not know whether the changes are permanent, but stress that the brain could heal. The study is published in the journal Nature. Lead author Professor Gunail Duad from the University Center for Integrative Neuroimaging at the University of Oxford says that we were looking at essentially mild infections. So to see that we could really see some differences in their brain and how much their brain had changed compared with those who had not been infected was quite a surprise. The UK Biobank project has followed the health of 500,000 people for about 15 years and has a database of scans recorded before the pandemic, so provided a unique opportunity to study the long-term health impacts of the virus. The scientists rescanned 401 participants 4.5 months on average after the infection, 96% of whom had mild COVID, and 384 participants who did not have COVID. They found that the overall brain size in the infected participants had shrunk between 0.2 and 2%. There were losses in gray matter in the olfactory areas linked to smell and regions linked to memory. Those who had recently recovered from COVID found it a bit harder to perform complex mental tasks. But the researchers do not know whether the changes are reversible or truly matter for health and well-being. A new study says that 1 in 10 Australian healthcare workers has had thoughts of suicide or self-harm during the pandemic. Healthcare workers in Somalia suffer from high rates of anxiety, depression, and stress because of their work with COVID-19 cases. Initial findings recorded a high prevalence of anxiety in the workforce at 69.3%, 46.5% for depression, and 15.2% for stress. According to the youth researcher, if digital platforms are the only medium for making contact over a period of 2 years, this can lead to restrictions in personal development over such a long period of time. Not being able to smell the other person, not being able to touch them, not being able to notice their aura or how they move. This impoverishment of impulses, then in the case of real contact in physical presence, means that the young people do not even know how to behave, how to comfort themselves, and how to look others in the eye. One question which everyone around the globe is asking is, when will the pandemic be over? While many around the world are pinning their hopes on the vaccine, even that isn't a quick fix. Polls show that some people may not be willing to be vaccinated. Even if someone is vaccinated, scientists don't yet know whether it's possible that they could get the virus and spread it, even if they don't get sick themselves. UK's recently announcement that it has identified a new strain of coronavirus that appears to be 70% more infectious than the old strain. The virus is getting strong and more virulent. The head of the World Health Organization said that it would be dangerous to assume that the highly transmissible Omicron was the last variant to emerge and that the world was in the endgame of the pandemic. Since Omicron was first identified a little over 10 weeks ago, more than 80 million cases have been reported to the UN agency, more than were reported in the whole of 2020. Conditions are ideal for more variants to emerge. World Health Organization epidemiologist and technical lead on the COVID-19, Dr. Maria, stressed that the pandemic is far from over and future variants will be in some way more virulent than Omicron is now. They warned that the next variant could more easily evade immunity, rendering vaccines less effective. They cautioned that there is no guarantee the coronavirus will get weaker as it evolves, and that although the world might hope that's the case, it cannot be banked upon. Recently, 2 junior doctors tested positive for COVID-19, only 7 to 10 days after they recovered from the same infection. 14 days ago, the 2 doctors were symptomatic and tested positive for COVID. Subsequently, they tested negative, but after 7 to 10 days of recovery, they began showing the same symptoms again. This included fever, headache, body ache, and sore throat. There may be a chance of people getting reinfected again. Scientists are exploring whether the Omicron is a different pandemic altogether. Virologist and former chief of the Indian Council of Medical Research, Dr. T. Jacob John, said it is very likely that 2 pandemics are going on side by side, one by the Delta and the other by Omicron. Providing some fresh insight into the origin of Omicron, the virologist told news agency PTI that Omicron is not fathered or mothered by Wuhan D614G. According to Dr. Jacob, Omicron's immediate parentage is not known, but it has some distinct connection with Wuhan D614G, which began the pandemic. Since Omicron is illegitimate or deviant from the COVID-19 pandemic progression scripts, we must think of the 2 pandemics going on side by side, Delta and the close relatives in Omicron and its variants in future. Here, having now listened to all the direct impacts the coronavirus pandemic is having on humanity, as well as the side effects, after effects, and the indirect impacts of the Pralaya, Devi Parashakti is giving 8 solutions to come out to relieve humanity from the suffering of pralaya.
Parameshwari Meenakshi, Parashakti Meenakshi, இங்கு எழுந்து அருளினோம் எல்லோர்க்கும் ஞானமும் தன்மையும் தந்திட, நன்மையெல்லாம் அளித்திட நாமே வந்தோம் இங்கு. கைலாசத்தின் சுவாமினியாய் பரமசிவன் கிரகத்திருந்து நம் அனுக்கிரகத்தினால் நித்யானந்தன் விக்கிரகமாய் மலர்ந்தோம். உங்கள் எல்லோருக்கும் நல்லதை செய்திட, நன்மையை சொல்லிட, தர்மார்த்த காம மோக்ஷம் எனும் புருஷார்த்தங்கள் நாளும் பொங்கி மலர்ந்திட வந்தேன் இங்கு. மாந்தர்கள் கொடுந்தொற்று கொரோனா கண்டு அஞ்ச வேண்டாம். 8 வழியின் மூலமாகவும் எண்ணத்தில் தியானித்து என்னை பிரார்த்தித்தல் 1, சமூக வலைதளங்கள் மூலமாய் என்னை சரணடைதல் 2, எங்கெல்லாம் என் மகமாய் வடிவத்தில் நான் குடிகொண்டிருக்கின்றேனோ அங்கெல்லாம் பூமிதித்து என்னை வழிபடுவது 3, நெஞ்சில் மஞ்சள் தடவி வேப்பம் சாரருந்தி தினந்தோறும் என்னை தியானிப்பது 4, நிர்விகல்ப நிலையிருந்து நித்யானந்தத்தை நிறைத்து உயிர்வது 5, சிவ 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 எனும் பிரபஞ்ச பெரும் நாதத்தை அஜபா ஜபமாய் நிகழ்த்தல் 6, நிறைவான பூரண மனத்தோடு வாழைப்பழத்தோலும் வெங்காயமும் குதிகாலில் வைத்து 10 நித்திரையில் அடங்குவது 7, பூரணமாய் பரிபூரணமாய் அருணாச்சல ஸ்மரணையில் நினைப்பும் மறப்பும் அருந்த உணர்வு ஸ்மரணையில் அகம் அகம் என ஸ்புரிக்கும் அருணாச்சல ஸ்மரணையில் ஆனந்த ஸ்புரணத்தில் இருப்பது 8 எனும் 8 முறையிலும் என எண்ணியோர் அத்துணை பேருக்கும் இல்லை கொரோனா கொடுந்தொற்றின் தாக்கமும் கொரோனா கொடுந்தொற்றின் பயமும் கொரோனா கொடுந்தொற்றின் மயக்கமும் வாழ்வீர்கள் வளத்தொடு நல் ஞானம் யோகத்தொடு நாமே நிம்மோடு நானே நீயாய் நீயே நானாய் நல்வாழ்வு வாழ்வீர்கள். 8இல் 1 செய்தாலும் கொரோனா உங்களை எட்டவிடாது காப்பு. Parashakti Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Translating the words of Devi Parashakti. O humans, don't be scared of the deadly infection corona. Through these 8 ways, praying and meditating on me, surrendering to me through social media, wherever I am residing, worshipping me by doing the fire walk, applying turmeric in the chest, drinking neem juice and meditating on me every day, being in unclutched state, filling with eternal bliss, doing ajapa japa of the cosmic sound Shiva, with complete mind applying the banana peel and onion on the heels and going to sleep, and being in the state beyond any remembrance or forgetting, in the Arunachala Spurana that blossoms as Aham in the state of Ananda Spurana. These are the 8 solutions given by Devi Parashakti for humanity to come out and relieve themselves of the sufferings of Pralaya. With this, we come to the end of this segment. Please stay tuned. We'll be back shortly after the break.
I am triggering your consciousness. The moment you decide, your consciousness is the supreme identity you have. You will not empower your depression, your frustration, deal your problems, whether it is simple headache or depression or the worst suicidal patterns or life negativity, only through consciousness. Don't go for any other solution. Don't keep stupid, toxic, life negative struggles inside. I am your Guru. I will make you enlightened. It's my commitment. Till you become Paramashiva, I won't rest. Don't worry at all. To all my disciples, I give you this as a boon. I'll swallow everything with which you are stuck and liberate you all. Time itself is nothing but your decision to struggle with the same rut. Your decision to struggle with the same rut is time, Kala. Your decision to swallow time is Kala Bhairava. Conscious woman or man, be conscious being. Shrink the time through conscious will persistence. Make the future into present by being ferocious with yourself. Your consciousness as power at this moment to swallow, digest, clean up all negativity and all toxins. Develop a powerful will persistence. That's the most important asset for life. I am not giving you some life positive blah blah. I am giving you the facts of life. I am triggering your consciousness. The moment you decide, your consciousness is the supreme identity you have. You will not empower your depression, your frustration, deal your problems, whether it is simple headache or depression or the worst suicidal patterns or life negativity, only through consciousness. Don't go for any other solution. Don't keep stupid, toxic, life negative struggles inside. I am your Guru. I will make you enlightened. It's my commitment. Till you become Paramashiva, I won't rest. Don't worry at all. disciples, I give you this as a boon. I'll swallow everything with which you are stuck and liberate you all. Time itself is nothing but your decision to struggle with the same rut. Your decision to struggle with the same rut is time, Kala. Your decision to swallow time is Kala Bhairava. Stand. Be a conscious woman or man. Be conscious being. Shrink the time through conscious will persistence. Make the future into present by being ferocious with yourself.
Nithyananda, we are now entering the next segment of today's program, which is the debunking and clarification of all the misinformation, rumors, gossip being spread about the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and his health. In response to these false allegations made by various social media outlets and various news medias, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, through a series of Facebook posts, has very clearly clarified and got rid of all the misinformation and misconception around him, his health, and the state of the KAILASA Sangha. Reading out the first post from May 19th of this year, Paramashiva's blessing. This is for all devotees and disciples. Please stop sending money to take care of my health related. From the day these rumors about my health started spreading, money is pouring into all our trusts from all over the world. Please stop this sending money. Now, all my devotees and disciples, listen intensely. The separation from me, the anxiety, whether you'll be able to see me again or not, the insecurity, whether you'll be able to get the darshan and initiations again or not. All this is a sweet pain which can be transformed into a deep devotional feeling connection through the spiritual practice by Ajapa Japa of Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, reading autobiography of the Avatar and enjoying Nithyanandapedia. What we are going through is not a natural disaster like tsunami, earthquake, where sending money makes you feel fulfilled and you have done some charity. What we are going through is a great spiritual possibility by Paramashiva to all of us. Paramashiva himself is settling as a larger being with more intensity and power manifestation in me through this intense samadhi. This is not the time for you to send some money or charity, as I heard many devotees are selling their properties and pouring money to take care of my health into our organizations from all over the world. Please stop this. If you want me to be alive and active for a longer time, for your benefit or the benefit of the world, do light a lamp in front of my Guru, Aranagiri Yogeshwara's picture, in your own home and pray to him to settle into my body and be more active and energetic and live longer. Use this beautiful opportunity of sweet pain of separation to intensify your deep devotion and feeling connection more and manifest powers, enlightenment of Paramashiva. It's all your love, devotion, feeling connection settles me from samadhi and makes me active and give satsangs again, not the money you pour. If you want to show your love, devotion, just put the picture of my Guru, Aranagiri Yogeshwara, light a lamp, take a selfie and post it. Whenever I open my eyes, I will try to see all your posts and send my love and blessings to all of you. This is the stotra that describes Aranagiri Yogeshwara from the Arunachala Puranam. Lalate tripundre nitilakruta kasturi tilakaha Spuranmaladhara spurita katikaupi navasanaha Dadano dustaram sirasi phanirajam sashikalam Pradipas sarvesham Arunagiri yogi vijayate. The one who has the tripundri, the 3 lines of sacred ash on his forehead, the mark of the sacred musk applied on his forehead, who is the wearer of a glittering garland, who has a loin cloth on his radiantly glowing waist, who holds the unconquerable king cobra and crescent moon on his crown. Victory unto Arunagiri Yogeshwara, the illuminator of all beings. This is from the Arunachala Puranam, Arunagiri Yogeshwara Vandanam. In this salutation, we offer our respects and gratitude to Arunagiri Yogeshwara, the embodiment of Paramashiva, who incarnated a few thousand years ago and is even today available to his ardent devotees in the gracious forms of Arunachaleshwara, the presiding deity of Arunachaleshwara temple of Tiruvannamalai. With this salutation, we remember and thus invoke Arunagiri Yogeshwara's presence as we recall the great Leela of his happening in the Avatar Leela, life of the Avatar. Enrich and enjoy, share and celebrate. Here we have the illustrations of the Supreme Pandava of Hinduism with his Guru Arunagiri Yogeshwara. Reading of the next post, posted by the Supreme Pandava of Hinduism on May 22nd. Paramashiva's blessings. For all my dear disciples and devotees, I will try to give you live coverage of Samadhi happenings in and around me. If you imagine cosmos as a big, huge air balloon, your body as a small ball inside that huge air balloon, I feel one with the huge air balloon, the cosmos, and feel like I can understand and do anything about the cosmos, but paradoxically, not able to move that small body I'm having inside that huge cosmic balloon. I feel more I, me, mine identities move with the cosmos. I feel like I can move anything in the cosmos, but paradoxically, not able to move anything in my body, even my feet or my hands. Absolute aloneness. Other than I, nothing else exists but no tiredness or boredom of loneliness. Now, the moment I sit in Padmasana, all the nadis settle down, including breathing. Being falls into samadhi, no verbalization, no visualization. Absolute unclutching experience and pure consciousness experience of Mahakailasa. Paradoxically, if I stretch my body and lay down, I am able to open my eyes and recognize all the things happening around me. So my doctor disciples who are taking care of me insist that I keep my body stretched. When I see somebody, I see their whole past, present, and future lives and patterns together. So the way I relate with them looks illogical, irrational for them and even for others. I can also see the past, present, and future. Time is just one more dimension of life, like length, breadth, and depth. Living the life as long as you want, or taking another body in any plane or any loka, is just your free will. I feel more comfortable, very relaxed and resting while sitting in Padmasana wide awake, day and night, without knowing the difference between day and night, then stretching my legs and lying down. Few more further medical test results have come. Medically, my body is completely fit and healthy. But still, not able to eat one idli, not able to sleep even for 21 minutes continuously. This absolute silence and stillness of the snow-covered mountains and oceans keeps me extremely energetic and alive. I lived a full, sincere life, integrated to my Guru Parampara, did extreme hard work. If my Guru Arunagiri Yogeshwara gives me more time, I will do more of his work. I am absolutely fulfilled about my past and extremely enthusiastic about my future. Anything my Guru wants to unfold. With my Guru's grace, I already made KAILASA, the revival of the enlightened Hindu civilizational nation, happen with sovereign land. I have revealed my vision for furthering of revival and enriching through more than 20,000 hours of my satsangs, initiations, classes, which comes around 1.7 terabyte digital material in the last 22 years from 2000. Books published with ISBN number 1250 in 52 international languages. Still more than 700 manuals and books are unpublished, which will soon be published. I have initiated enough disciples to manifest Paramashiva's powers and created many Kailaya-vasis who will carry out on this mission of Kailasa. So I neither have greed to live longer on this planet, nor have hatred to leave this planet. I am absolutely fulfilled. Meditate on each of these descriptions about Samadhi and do Ajapa Japa or unclutching. You can also experience this as you are all in the space of oneness with me, and we are all literally extension of one universe, Paramashiva. Enrich and enjoy, share and celebrate. This is the post from May 22nd, and this post is from May 23rd. Paramashiva's blessings. One more live coverage for all of you from Inside Samadhi. One of the literal meaning of the word Samadhi is Sama plus Adhi, getting balanced or one with the origin. In multiple ways, my body, mind, being, emotions, muscle memory, bioenergy are all getting balanced and again aligning back to the origin. Vata, Pitta, Kapha. All the three doshas of the body falls into Samatva. This means unnecessary fat and undigested food accumulated inside the body leaves the body in multiple forms and body gets detoxed and starts shining like the third eye of Paramashiva. That is why no external food or no regular sleep or no regular malajala. Ingala, Pingala and Sushumna, the three nadis, get absolutely balanced. So breathing and the Dasa Prana, which are the 10 actions of the air circulation inside the body, gets completely balanced, purified and detoxed. The karmas are purified, burnt and cleared. When I am established in this Samadhi state fully, all those people who are asked boons, prayers, wishes are granted. Energy from Paramashiva manifests intensely and fulfills everyone. That is the reason people find all the boons they ask me during the programs or during the prayers get fulfilled when I am in Samadhi. All the questions people asked are responded and answered inside them when I am in Samadhi, because I am in oneness with all of them. Even the so-called haters and enemies lose their strength to hate me and hold on to the enmity because I spread and being one even inside their soul. I see every being with all their past lives, present lives, and future possibilities and respond accordingly to each being. For every devotee, disciple who pours their time, treasure, and talent, my love from the Samadhi state is showered back on them. Love and Samadhi from Samadhi state is pure energy and power. So when it is showered, nobody will be able to doubt or deny it. Every boon and blessing given during every program, every time even in the past lives are empowered, manifested, fulfilled now while I am in Samadhi, because through this body, intensely Paramashiva manifests and does all his activities he is supposed to do. It is literally like Paramashiva takes over my body, being completely, operates on high speed intensity and urgency, responds to the single individual prayers to the largest happening in the cosmos. Many seekers, self-denial, self-hatred, HDHD is dissolved, right knowledge is given, and the courage to follow the right knowledge is showered. That is the reason why when I am in Samadhi, many devotees, disciples become intense like Shivakanas and take powerful decisions towards manifesting Paramashivatva. Actually, building of real Kailasa work happens million times more when I am in this deep Samadhi than doing regular activities like satsang, initiation and classes. The whole cosmos is churned. Sincere seekers are intensely attracted towards me intensely, beyond the societal patterns and conditionings. During these intense Samadhi periods, Paramashiva manifests in this being like dynamic dynamite diamond and destroys all the patterns and conditionings, ignoring conclusions supported by arrogance. Paramashiva loves, 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 continues to love you so powerfully till all your doubts and denial about his love drops until you start enjoying the same love and oneness with Paramashiva. Enrich and enjoy, share and celebrate. This is from the 23rd of May. And now the most recent post of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, which was posted yesterday. Paramashiva's blessings. Dear devotees and disciples, I will give you one more life coverage revelations from Samadhi about Samadhi. Samadhi is absolute wellness, health, and it is actually cosmic orderliness. Body just aligns for more higher expressions of Paramashiva's knowledge and powers. Fortunately, my whole body is continuously under medical observation and multiple diagnostic methods are also used. Everything is well documented to prove Samadhi is not disease. My brain waves and heart function are constantly recorded and absorbed with the full ICU setup. Prove Samadhi is not coma state. Once I settle in the body and start giving regular satsangs, I will release all the medical reports to the world to prove Samadhi is not any disease. Even though there is no food or any intake, there is no tiredness. There is no entertainment other than listening to Dharmapuram Sri Swaminathan's Devaram chantings, but no boredom or mental fatigue. Samadhi is not a mental state or an emotional state. It is beyond mind, body, emotions. Actually, from my first Samadhi experience, I neither have mind nor any emotional state. All of my actions and reaction are just spontaneous response from the mission of KAILASA of Paramashiva. I neither have personal interest nor have personal motives. I don't even have a personalized individual idea or opinion or cognition about myself. With more and more of this Samadhi tsunamis happening in my system, the individual I carry is more and more filled with Paramashiva and established in Paramashivatva. From Maharishi Valmiki in the olden days to Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi in the modern day, all of them prove that during Samadhi, body doesn't get destroyed, even though there is no normal food intake or sleep. Body only goes through a powerful superconscious mutation. Samadhi is like an intense spiritual detox. Till now, we have done multiple researches and observations and documented it medically and scientifically. But this time, the amount of data we are able to collect establishes many points of Jnana Vijnana of Hinduism, and many points revealed in the pure science, Vedas, and applied science, Agamas of Paramashiva. I always wanted my life should scientifically validate the great revelations of Hinduism about consciousness and superconsciousness. And now we got enough medical data to establish Samadhi in superconscious mutation and not any sickness. So I will be surely back in few days to share the satsang with Big Bang that I am enjoying right now by being inside the Samadhi. Only thing during Samadhi, the body should be just left to be as it is, without getting touched or without any external intervention. Fortunately, all the doctors who are attending to me are my disciples, so they understand and let my body to be as it is. They are only observing, recording, and documenting whatever my body is going through, so we can show to the world medically and scientifically and prove Samadhi is not a physical, mental disease or disorder. Each one of you meditate on all these powerful cognitions and try to practice unclutching. You will all experience the same Samadhi state as you are all my extensions and in oneness with me. Enrich and enjoy, share and celebrate. This is the latest post where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has posted in response to the false allegations made about him and about his health and the state of KAILASA. With this, we're going to be coming back to you after a short break, entering into the next segment of today's program. Please stay tuned.
your consciousness as power at this moment to swallow, digest, clean up all negativity and all toxins. Develop a powerful will persistence. That's the most important asset for life. I am not giving you some life positive blah blah. I am giving you the facts of life. I am triggering your consciousness. The moment you decide, your consciousness is the supreme identity you have. You will not empower your depression, your frustration, deal your problems, whether it is simple headache or depression or the worst suicidal patterns or life negativity, only through consciousness. Don't go for any other solution. Don't keep stupid, toxic, life negative struggles inside. I am your Guru. I will make you enlightened. It's my commitment. Till you become Paramashiva, I won't rest. Don't worry at all. To all my disciples, I give you this as a boon. I'll swallow everything with which you are stuck and liberate you all. Time itself is nothing but your decision to struggle with the same rut. Your decision to struggle with the same rut is time, Kala. Your decision to swallow time is Kala Bhairava. Conscious woman or man. Be conscious being. Shrink the time through conscious will persistence. Make the future into present. by being ferocious with yourself. Your consciousness as power at this moment to swallow, digest, clean up all negativity and all toxins. Develop a powerful will persistence. That's the most important asset for life. I am not giving you some life positive blah blah. I am giving you the facts of life. I am triggering your consciousness. The moment you decide, your consciousness is the supreme identity you have. You will not empower your depression, your frustration, deal your problems, whether it is simple headache or depression or the worst suicidal patterns or life negativity, only through consciousness. Don't go for any other solution. Don't keep stupid, toxic, life negative struggles inside. I am your Guru. I will make you enlightened. It's my commitment. Till you become Paramashiva, I won't rest. Don't worry at all. To all my disciples, I give you this as a boon. I'll swallow everything with which you are stuck and liberate you all. itself is nothing but your decision to struggle with the same rut. Your decision to struggle with the same rut is time, Kala. Your decision to swallow time is Kala Bhairava. Stand. Be a conscious woman or man. Be conscious being. Shrink the time through conscious will persistence. Make the future into present by being ferocious with yourself. Your consciousness has power at this moment to swallow, digest.
Nithyanandam. We're now going to be entering the next segment of today's program, which is the offerings made to Devi Parashakti. Here we have a Shastra Pramana from the Bhagavad Puranam. Dharmaya yashaseryaya kamaya svajanaya cha panchadha vibhajan vittam ihamutra cha modate. One part should be used for dharma, second for yashaha, with public works which brings fame to oneself. Third should be reinvested to generate more wealth. Fourth for kamaha, enjoyment of material things. And fifth for one's family and friends. 20% should be donated for dharma. Grihe dashagunam danam goshte chaiva shatadhikam punyatirtheshu sahasra manantam shiva sannidho. Dhana given at home yields 10 times as much merit, 100 times when made in a goshala, 1,000 times when made in sacred places, and an infinite number of times when made in the premises of Linga. Dhanam trividhamityetat kanishthajyeshta madhyamam tatra naishreyasam jyeshtham kanishtham swarya siddhaye karunyat sarvabhuteshu samvibhagastu madhyamaha. Dhana given in order to achieve moksha is considered the most valuable form. Dana given out of pity or kindness for others or for one's own kith and kin is considered to be of medium value. It is also called as Dhaya Dhana. Dana given to achieve one's own selfish ends is known as the least valued of all. The offering which you have here to Devi Parashakti is the E-Hundi offering. Bhakti Priya Bhakti Ghamya Bhakti Vashya Bhayapaha Shambhavi Sharada Radhya Sharvani Sharmadayini. Devi is fond of true devotion and is realized through true devotion. She can be won over by true devotion. She removes all fears. Offering the E-Hundi to Devi Parashakti removes the fears in the minds of devotees. It is stated that Devi likes to be worshipped in autumn. Here, it is meant that the autumn of our lives is when thoughts turn more and more inwards. When that happens, the role of the divine becomes known and understood clearly to us, and the need for the Devi worship becomes stronger. Shambhavi, consort of Shambhu Lord Shiva, Sharad, Sharadha Radhya means worshipped by Sharadha, Saraswati. Sharvani, wife of Lord Shiva. The Linga Puranam says Lord Shiva is called Sharva in his earth form. Sharmadhayini, Devi who bestows happiness on devotees. You can offer your gratitude and devotion to Devi Parashakti by offering your kanika, and your name shall be chanted out during puja to Devi. The next offering which we have is the Sankalpa chanting, placed at $1. Tayai tanmohyate vishvam, saiva vishvam prayuyate, saya chitta cha vijnanam, tushtaruddhim prayachati. The goddess enacts this universe, and she herself gives birth to this universe. That goddess, being prayed without interest in anything, gives that knowledge that leads to salvation and gives wealth in materialistic sense. This Shastra Pramana is taken from the Devi Mahatmyam, 12th chapter, 37th verse. Offering of the Sankalpa chanting. The conscious resolution blesses the person offering with all the fruition of the desires and wishes he or she is yearning for. The Sankalpa chanting offering is placed at $1. Let us now understand the significance of the divine element gold. Gold is present in all scriptures, agamas, Vedas, Shrutis, Smritis, Itihasas, and Puranas. In all Hindu scriptures, it is abundantly displayed that gold is the most auspicious and purest metal which purifies our being. In the Hindu civilization, everything was built in gold, exchanged in gold. Ritual feasts were offered in gold bricks. When one was to be saved from life-threatening illnesses, gold was offered as a ritual fee. Gold was in abundance and used for weighing equivalent amounts of commodities, including cows. Kingdoms were built with huge doors made of gold. The street would have huge columns and huge archways made of gold. Horses and cows were also dressed in gold. The Hindu civilization thrived on the banks of the rivers of gold. The Indus River was called the Hirnamaya, river of gold in the Rig Veda. The river Saraswati was called the Hiranyavartini in the Atharvana Veda. Gold is the supreme element for offering gifts to the ones you love and revere. Temples are constructed and paved in gold. Deities are made in gold and decked and adorned in gold because it preserves the enlightenment energy for thousands of years. It lasts forever. The next offering we have to Devi Parashakti is the Sahasranama Swarna Kasu, Nama Parayana Prita, she who likes the repetition of her various names. This Shastra Pramana is from the Lalita Sahasranamam, 731st verse. This is the offering of the 1008 names of Devi Parashakti. It's a very special and unique archana offered to the Mahameru of Devi Parashakti. Offer the gold coin to Devi Parashakti to manifest any dimension or attribute of hers that you always wanted to imbibe within you. The Sahasranama Swarna Kasu offering is placed at 3 prices, starting from $75, $151, and $251. To make this offering to Devi Parashakti, you can visit the link gateway.nithyanandeshwarihindutemple.org/NHTLA. The next offering we have to Devi Parashakti is the Mukta Anguti offering, the finger ring with a pearl. This offering is placed at three prices: $251 US, $501 US, and $750 US. Muktahara Satkirita Ruchiram Purnenda Vaktra Prabham Shinjanno Purakinkini Manidharam Padma Prabhabhasuram Sarva Bhita Phalapradam Girisutam Vani Rama Sevitam Meenakshim Pranatosmi Samtatamaham Karunyavaranidim. I bow to the goddess Meenakshi, whose crown has garlands of pearls and the face shining like a full moon, who has anklets that are studded with gemstones and has small bells, who is shining like the splendor of lotus, who grants all the wishes, the daughter of the mountain, who is worshipped by goddesses Vani and Rama. I remain ever bowing to the goddess Meenakshi, the ocean of compassion. The Mukta Anguti offering, the finger ring with the pearl, offering it to Devi Parashakti, to the cosmic mother, will bestow the Yajaman with the experience of blessings and healing with their own mother. This offering is placed at three different prices: $251, $501, and $750 US. To make this offering to Devi Parashakti, you can visit the URL gateway.nithyanandeshwarihindutemple.org/NHTLA. The next offering which we have is the Swarna Padma Pushpa, placed at $600 US. Ashtavidyeshwaropeta Kumbhavarana Samyutam Sarvasas Sasutra Vastradhya Hema Pankaja Bhushita Sapidhana Sakpurchaska Pagva Bilva Phala Prabha Snapanadhyaya Samsid Pramanena Samanvita. This is from the Kamik Agama. All the kalasas should be wound around with suitable thread and covered with new clothes. They should be adorned with a lotus flower made of gold. There are hundreds of scriptural references for using lotus in the worship of the ultimate, Parama. Almost everything in worship of the ultimate involves lotus flower, lotus leaf, lotus pericarp, or the lotus petals. The lotus is a divine flower. Whether it is the consecration of deities of worship or the object of meditation or the mudras and asanas used during the worship, in every dimension, the lotus is involved and offered. The Shaktis of Paramashiva is also called as lotus. The base of the Paramashiva Linga is a lotus. The disciple of Paramashiva is also considered as the lotus about to bloom. Offer the golden lotus in any size you wish to and express gratitude to the Tyaga and sacrifice of your mother. To make this offering of the Swarna Padma Pushpa to Devi Parashakti, visit the link gateway.nithyanandeshwarihindutemple.org/NHTLA. The next offering which we have is the Swarna Metti, the golden toe ring offering, placed at $750 US. Nakhadhititi samchanna namajjannatamoguna padadvaya prabha jala parakrita saroruha. You whose brightness from toenails destroys the darkness of ignorance from the minds of your devotees who prostrate at your feet. You whose brightness from your 2 feet overpowers that of the lotus flower. The 83rd Shlokam of Saundarya Lahari states that the nails of Devi Parashakti have been sharpened by constantly being touched by the crowns of celestial beings who always prostrate before Devi Parashakti. Tamoguna is darkness. In this stotram, tamas is indicative of ignorance in the minds of devotees, and by constantly prostrating before Devi Parashakti, their ignorance is removed and they attain knowledge. Offering the Swarna Metti to Devi Parashakti, offering of the toe ring adorning her sacred feet to to be in constant gratitude for receiving her blessings in even the most difficult aspects of life. To make this offering to Devi Parashakti of the Swarna Metti, you can visit the link gateway.nithyanandeshwarahindutemple.org/NHTLA. The next offering which we have is the Swarna Mangtika, the gold hairline jewel offering, placed at $750. Shuddha Sarabhi Varshini, she who makes nectar flow in all of our nerves from Sahasrara, she who gives the very pleasant experience of the ultimate. The Mangtika represents the nectar flowing from the Sahasrara chakra, which is fully opened and blossomed. Offer the Mangtika to Devi Parashakti and receive blessings of achieving the blissful state of overflowing gratitude and space of complete completion. Napa dukkha paro manyo na deva shri guru paraha na hi shaktat para diksha na punyam kula pujanat. There is no mantra higher than Paduka, no God higher than Guru, no initiation higher than the Shakti, and no merit higher than the Kula worship. This is from the Kular Navatantra, 12th chapter, 12th verse. Rikta hastascha no peya drajanam devatam gurum phala punyam bharadhitni yatha shakya samarpayet evam yonat chara devi brahma rakshasatam vrajet. One should not approach royalty, the deity or the guru empty-handed. He should offer fruit, flower, cloth and the like according to his capacity. One who does not do so becomes a Brahma Rakshasa. This is from the Kular Navatantra, 12th chapter, 120th verse. The next offering which we have to Devi Parashakti is the Pratyaksha Pada Puja, placed at $1,008. Koti Koti Mantra Japat, Koti Tirtha Hanat, Koti Deva Jana Devi, Parashri Paduka Smritihi. O Devi, remember this Paduka which yields infinitely greater merit than billions and billions of mantra japa, billions and billions of pilgrimages, and billions of worship. This pramana is also from the Kular Navatantra, 12th chapter, 5th verse. The next offering which we have is the Vastra Seva, also placed at $1,008. Nakhad ditithi sanchanna namachannattamo guna padadaya prabha jala parakrita sarorruha. The illumining splendor of Devi's toenails dispels the darkness of ignorance in the devotees prostrating at her feet. Her feet defeat the lotus in beauty. To make this offering of the Vastra Seva to Devi Parashakti, visit the link gateway.nithyanandeshwarahindutemple.org/NHTLA. To make any of these following offerings to Devi Parashakti, you can visit the link being projected on the screen, gateway.nithyanandeshwarahindutemple.org/NHTLA. Please take a few moments to make your offerings to Devi Parashakti, and we'll be back after the break with the next segment of today's program. Please stay tuned.
Negativity and all toxins. Develop a powerful will persistence. That's the most important asset for life. I am not giving you some life positive blah blah. I am giving you the facts of life. I am triggering your consciousness. The moment you decide, your consciousness is the supreme identity you have. You will not empower your depression, your frustration, deal your problems, whether it is simple headache or depression or the worst suicidal patterns or life negativity, only through consciousness. Don't go for any other solution. Don't keep stupid, toxic, life negative struggles inside. I am your Guru. I will make you enlightened. It's my commitment. Till you become Paramashiva, I won't rest. Don't worry at all. To all my disciples, I give you this as a boon. I'll swallow everything with which you are stuck and liberate you all. Time itself is nothing but your decision to struggle with the same rut. Your decision to struggle with the same rut is time, Kala. Your decision to swallow time is Kala Bhairava. Conscious woman or man. Be conscious being. Shrink the time through conscious will persistence. Make the future into present by being ferocious with yourself. consciousness as power at this moment to swallow, digest, clean up all negativity and all toxins. Develop a powerful will persistence. That's the most important asset for life. I am not giving you some life positive blah blah. I am giving you the facts of life. I am triggering your consciousness. The moment you decide, your consciousness is the supreme identity you have. You will not empower your depression, your frustration, deal your problems, whether it is simple headache or depression or the worst suicidal patterns or life negativity, only through consciousness. Don't go for any other solution. Don't keep stupid, toxic, life negative struggles inside. I am your Guru. I will make you enlightened. It's my commitment. Till you become Paramashiva, I won't rest. Don't worry at all. To all my disciples, I give you this as a boon. I'll swallow everything with which you are stuck and liberate you all. Time itself is nothing but your decision to struggle with the same rut. Your decision to struggle with the same rut is time, Kala. Your decision to swallow time is Kala Bhairava. Conscious woman or man. Be conscious being. Shrink the time through conscious will persistence. Make the future into present. by being ferocious with yourself. Your consciousness as power at this moment to swallow, digest, clean up all negativity and all toxins. Develop a powerful will persistence. That's the most important asset for life. I am not giving you some life positive blah blah. I am giving you the facts of life. I am triggering your consciousness. The moment you decide, your consciousness is the supreme.
Nithyanandam, we are now entering into the next segment of today's program, which is the glimpses of the glorious past on this day, June 1st. On this day, in the year 2004, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism conducted the Nithyananda Spurana program in Adi KAILASA Pedadi. Following are some photos taken on the third day of the program, conducted in Tamil by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. On this day, in the year 2005, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism performed the sacred bath ritual, the Abhishekam and Homa, during the Himalayan Yatra in Kedarnath, Uttarakhand. In this video, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is seen performing a sacred bath, Abhishekam, and the sacred fire ritual, Homa, during the sacred pilgrimage in Kedarnath. For part of the Homa, 108 mantras of Om Namah Shivaya are being chanted. Even when watching this video, one can chant this powerful mantra along to reap the benefits.
यदादित्यगदन्तेजो जगत्पासयते किलम् ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकं यवन्दनां मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतातो महादेवाय नमः। केदारनाथ ॐ मधुवादारुदायते मधुक्षरन्ति सिन्धवः मातृगावो भवन्तु नः मधुद्यौरस्तु नः पिता मधुमागमस्तु सूर्यः मधुमादो ॐ मयंविदं मधुस्नानीयं केदारीश्वराय महवो मधुस्नानीयं समर्पयामि।
கல்யாணம் அடிக்கிறீங்க.
जय केदारनाथ की मंदिराय नमः प्राप्याम पावयामि चित्पिङ्गलहनहनधगपच सर्वं ज्ञानापय स्वाहा चित्पिङ्गलहनहनधगपच सर्वं ज्ञानापय स्वाहा चित्पिङ्गलहनहनधगपच सर्वं ज्ञानापय स्वाहा ॐ अग्निर्मध्यवाहे केदारीश्वराय नमः ॐ अग्निर्मध्यवाहे आनन्देश्वराय नमः ॐ आनंदाग्नये अग्ने त्वं आनंदाग्निनामासि सच्चिदानंद स्वरूप आनंदाग्नये नमः सच्चिदानंद स्वरूप आनंदाग्नये नमः सच्चिदानंद स्वरूप आनंदाग्नये नमः सच्चिदानंद स्वरूप आनंदाग्नये नमः आनंद स्वरूप आनंदाग्नये नमः ऊर्ध्वमूलमधश्चागं मस्तक्तं प्रागुरव्ययम् चन्दांसि यस्य वर्णानि यस्तं वेदसवेदविदे अगस्त्योत्तं प्रसदास्तस्य साहा गुणं प्रवृत्ता विषयप्रवाला अगस्त्य मूलानि सन्ददानि धर्मानबन्धीनि मनुष्यलोके नरोमस्य नरोपलभ्यते नान्तो न चागं न च सन्तरिष्ट अश्वत्थमेनं परिरूढमूलं मतङ्गसन्त्रेण दृढेन चित्वा ततः पदं तत्परिमार्जितव्यं यस्मिन् गतानं निवर्तन्ति भूयः तमेव चात्यं पुरुषं प्रपद्ये रागवृत्तिप्रसृता पुराणी निर्माणमोहाचन्द्रदोषा अध्यात्मनित्याभिनिवृत्तकामा तद्वैमुक्तोद्वदुत्तसङ्गैः गच्छन्त्यमूढा पदमव्ययं तत् तदद्वासयने पुनश्चो न सताङ्को न भारतः यद्गत्मानं निवर्तन्ते तत्सानुपरमं मम ममैवांसो जीवलोके जीवभूतत्सनातनः मनःसृष्टानीन्द्रियाणि प्रतिष्ठानि कर्षति शरीरं यदवामत्वामनीश्वरः गृहीरैतानि गण्यानि मायुर्गन्धानि वासयात् श्रोत्रचक्षुष्पर्शनं च रसनङ्ग्राणमेव च अधिष्ठाय मनश्चायं विषयान् उपसेवते उत्क्रामन्तं स्तम्भावे ज्ञानं वा गुणान्वितं मूढाः न पश्यन्ति ज्ञानमच्युतः यदन्तो योगिनश्चैनं नैनं पश्यन्ति यदादित्यगततेजो जगद्भासयते किलम् यश्चन्द्रमस्यच्चाग्नौ तत्येजो विद्धिमामकम् कामाविश्य च भूतानि धारयाम्यमोजनाम् कृष्णानि चौषधि सर्वा सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मकः तं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः प्राणापानं समायुक्तः पचाम्यन्नं चतुर्विधम् सर्वस्य चाहं प्रतिसन्निविष्टो मत्तस्मृतिर्ज्ञानम् अपोहनं च वेदैश्च सर्वैरगमेव वेद्यो वेदान्तकृत्वेदविदेव चाहम् भाविमो पुरुषो लोके क्षर अक्षरमेव च क्षरः सर्वाणि भूतानि गूढस्थोऽक्षरमुच्यते उत्तमः पुरुषत्वन्यः परमात्म्यय्याहृतः यो लोमावसम्मूढो जानाति पुरुषोत्तमम् स सर्वभिः भजति मां सर्वभावेन भारत श्रीगुह्यतमं शास्त्रम् इदमुक्तं मया नघ एतद्बुद्ध्वा बुद्धिमान् स्यात् कृतकृत्यस्य भारत हरिः ओम् तत्सत् अग्नेर्मध्यवाहे आनन्देश्वराय आवाहयामि अग्नेर्मध्यवाहे आनन्देश्वरं ध्यायामि आनन्दाग्नये नमः ओं सच्चिदानन्दस्वरूपाय आनन्दाग्नये नमः ओं अग्नेर्मध्यवाहे महादेवतायां नमः शिवाय इदं नाम सांगाय सावरणाय सुशक्तियाय वार्षाय सर्वदेवदेवीस्वरूपाय नमः शिवाय अयं विष्टाभ्यां चतुर्थ्यां स्वाहां मध्यमाभ्यां कष्टमाव्याभ्यां विष्टाभ्यां कृष्णाभ्यां विष्टाभ्यां अस्त्राय हृदयाय मगरां शिरसे स्वाहां सिताय गंगवशाय शन्नत्रयाय वौषिताय रामकृष्णविष्टाभ्यां अस्त्राय पट् अंगं गं मां विष्टाभ्यां जं 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 दर्शनीभ्यां स्वाहा डं 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 मम मध्यमाभ्यां वशत् एं दं 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 मयि मनाविगाभ्यां ॐ बं 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 घनिष्ठाभ्यां वौषिताभ्यां रं 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 श करदलगर्विष्टाभ्यां अस्त्राय पट् अंगं मम हृदयाय मयि जं 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 सरसे स्वाहा डं 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 मम सिताय एं दं 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 मयि गवशाय ॐ बं 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 नेत्रत्रयाय वौषिताभ्यां रं 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 श करदलगर्विष्टाभ्यां अस्त्राय पट् सर्वदेवदेवीस्वरूपाय नमः शिवाय सर्वदेवदेवीस्वरूपाय नमः शिवाय सर्वदेवदेवीस्वरूपाय नमः शिवाय सांगाय सावरणाय सशक्तिकाय सभाषदाय सवागनाय सायुधाय सर्वदेवदेवीस्वरूपाय नमः शिवाय इकागच्छ इकतिष्ठ इकसन्निधेहि इकसन्निर्देस्व इकसन्मुखीव अत्राधिष्ठानं कुर्म अग्निर्मध्यभागे महादेवाय आवाहयामि महादेवाय ध्यायामि महादेवाय सर्वोपचारपूजां करिष्ये ॐ मध्यभागे नमः शिवाय आसनं समर्पयामि वाद्यं समर्पयामि क्षदां समर्पयामि अर्घ्यं समर्पयामि स्नानान्तरमाचमनीयं समर्पयामि तस्माञ्जलिं समर्पयामि पूर्वधूलितं समर्पयामि वस्त्रं समर्पयामि मन्त्रपुष्पाञ्जलिं समर्पयामि नैवेद्यं समर्पयामि सर्वोपचारपूजां समर्पयामि धूपदीपं समर्पयामि पुष्पाञ्जलिं समर्पयामि अग्नेर्मध्यवाहे महादेवाय इदं नाम आनन्देश्वराय इदं नाम You can all chant Namah Shivaya mantra with me. Chant 108 times. So chant along with me in one tune. Om Namah Shivaya Swaha. 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 Om Namah Shivaya Swaha.
ओम नमः शिवाय स्वाहा। 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 ओम नमः शिवाय स्वाहा।
ओम नमः शिवाय स्वाहा। इदं नामः
तो आगे बढ़ते चलें और जब आप लोग मंदिर के अंदर प्रवेश करते हैं तो आप लोगों से निवेदन है कि मंदिर के अंदर 2 मिनट से अधिक समय न लें, खड़े दर्शन पूजन करें और भगवान की धुन शांत पात्रों में अर्पित करें। बैठ के दर्शन न करें, बैठ के दर्शन पूजन न करें, खड़े दर्शन पूजन करें और आगे बढ़ते चलें। बिना सूचना के ज्ञान है दर्शनार्थी अत्यंत निवेदन है कि कृपया आस्थान की व्यवस्था बनाए रखें और जैसे क्रम से लाइन आगे बढ़ती है वैसे क्रम से पंच करने का आप लोग आगे बढ़ते चले और जब आप लोग भगवान
इदं प्राणबुद्धिदेहधर्माधिकारतो जाग्रत् स्वप्न सुषुप्त्यवस्थासु मनसा वाचा कर्मणा पद्यां यद्यां यत् स्मृतं यत् कृतं तत्सर्वं ब्रह्मार्पणं भवतु स्वाहा। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। हर नमः पार्वतीपतये हर हर महादेव। केदारनाथ की जय। बम बम बोलो केदारनाथ की जय। बम बम बोलो केदारनाथ की जय। ओम प्राणबुद्धिदेहधर्माधिकारतो जाग्रत् स्वप्न सुषुप्त्यवस्थासु मनसा वाचा कर्मणा पद्यां यत् स्मृतं यत् कृतं तत्सर्वं ब्रह्मार्पणं भवतु स्वाहा। ॐ ब्रह्मार्पणं ब्रह्माभिः ब्रह्माग्नौ ब्रह्मणाहुतं ब्रह्मैव तेन गन्तव्यं ब्रह्मकर्मसमाधिना। हरि ओं तत्सत्। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। जय बोलो केदारनाथ के जय। केदारनाथ के जय। गंगा माता की जय। महाअवतार बाबा जी के जय। आदिशंकर महादेव की जय। आनंदेश्वर के जय। सांगाय सावरणाय सशक्तिकाय सपार्षदाय सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय नमः शिवाय। इदं नाम कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं विजयेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि। भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि। सर्वेर्वाय नमः। मुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकं स्वरन्ननां मृत्योर्मुक्तिमामृतारो। महादेवाय नमः। सर्वं ब्रह्मार्पणं भवतु स्वाहा। सर्वं ईश्वराय नमः वेदाधीश्वराय नमः सद्गुरुवादिरार्पणमस्तु सर्वं ब्रह्मार्पणं भवतु स्वाहा जय बोलो हर हर बम बम केदारनाथ की गंगा माता की आदिशंकर महादेव की महावतार बाबा जी की
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda.
In the year 2007, on this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism gave a discourse and shared the one experience he had with deep depression and the urge to commit suicide. Despite what one might think, Swamiji himself has also dealt with these struggles with same common only to the normal man. Swamiji talks about the cause of the depression he felt, how he dealt with it and the transformation which it created inside of him, as well as how the whole incident played out.
One more fortunate batch to complete the whole, all the 4 temples or all the 4 places beautifully. These travel agents were telling me 3 things. One, we are the largest group who travel. Second thing, we are the largest group who come every year. Third thing, this important thing. There are 4 or 5 travel agents told me this. For even last 20-30 years who are coming here, even they say, we are the only batch who see all the 4 at a time. All the 4 temples at a time. Because of the natural, the unexpected nature and all those, so many reasons, always people will miss something. Some one temple. We are the batch who see all the 4 regularly. The little back pain or butt pain or headache or cold or whatever it is. Anyhow, successfully you guys have finished seeing all the major 4 temples. Now, in 3-4 days, even if there is a little bit of headache or back pain or this, that, all those things will disappear in 3-4 days. But this memory will be staying with you. And this memory is worthy of this little, that pains, nothing wrong. So nothing much to tell, it's time to only celebrate. Because successfully we have done the whole thing. That's a traditional belief. If people see all the 4 at a time, they will be liberated, means they will not have any more births. So this Maya will not allow them to do that. She disturbs. She does something and discourages them and breaks their confidence and stops the program. Now with us nothing can be done. Master is a Mayatitananda. So now, no Maya can do anything. Even the few Mayas who came, means like, oh, this is not right, that is not right, the grumbling, all those few Mayas also disappeared. Either the Maya quality disappeared or those persons disappeared. Some way, I think, actually only the qualities disappeared. Persons, nobody disappeared practically, except 1 or 2 people who fell sick. 1 or 2. Otherwise, only the negative qualities has disappeared. No person has disappeared. Different culture, different age, different background, different country, different education, different understanding, different mental setup. Half screw, 1 screw, quarter loose, half loose, 3/4 loose, all kinds of looses. Like just like Shiva Sena, like Shiva Bhutas. One will be one way, the other one will be one way. Not yet 2 Bhuta will be same or look alike. And just like Shiva Bhuta, we created a big Shiva Ganas, Shiva Bhutas, and went through the whole trip without any major difficulty, problem. This itself is a miracle. Understand, this itself is a miracle. We take it for granted. Actually, we take it for granted. But you don't know, this itself is a miracle. You do not know the amount of work which went behind this whole trip. The amount of attention, energy and the work which went behind this whole trip. You do not know. At least 20 people. Somebody was telling Swamiji, you allowed us only to sleep 4 hours per day. At least 20 people did not sleep for 20 days. Working, and even the cook's selection, we made them cook 3-4 people. I ate personally and chose the cook. Like that every inch was taken care. And 2 months ago the ashramites came here, went through the whole thing. But to tell you honestly, we are the largest group and we are the group who faces very minimum difficulties. Because nature never disturbs us. Nature is always for us. It never disturbed us. It never created any problem for us. Just simply cooperates wherever we go. Today when we went to the Vyasa's cave, there was raining. All these guys were telling, oh Swamiji, it is raining, let's go back. I said, relax, it will stop. It stopped. And we were enjoying. After that there was a small little drizzle, but it was not even felt by anybody. Then our Shiva Bhutas, started jumping in the Kailash. See, now these guys got all the 3. Shiva, Kailash, Ganga. So all 3 are there, so these fellows are jumping. And the dust flowing, really it was looking like a Shiva Bhutas dancing. It was looking just like a Shiva Bhutas dancing only, because each is one size. Some is part size. From bamboo size to part size. All kinds of sizes. All kinds of steps also. And moreover, our Bhutas don't have a training of a particular steps. So just everybody jumps. Each Bhuta allows that music to go inside and allows the body to jump. It was just Shiva Bhutas only dancing. Because they are missing few people, they caught hold of the local tribes also. Caught hold of them also and started jumping. I don't know whether that village would have seen like this festival. I think practically the whole village was there around us. Thinking from where these guys have come. Actually, to tell you honestly, we did not face any problem. That is the problem. That is why we go on create some problem. Actually, the human mind is such. In Tamil they say Pannada Buddhi. Pannada means it is a net comes out of the coconut tree. Natural net with which they will filter the ghee. Whenever the ghee is melted, they will filter with that net only. So all the unwanted things that net will hold, unwanted things it will leave it. The ghee is the real valuable thing. That it will miss. But all the dust which is in the ghee, the Pannada will take it away. The net will take it away. So our buddhi is Pannada buddhi. All the nice things we take it for granted. Whenever we see one or two small things, then we start making big things. That's why actually these few days constantly I was creating some psychological trouble for people. Or otherwise they will start creating physical troubles. It is good to have some psychological trouble. At least it will disappear. If you don't have one or two little psychological trouble, you will start creating trouble for yourself. That's why I thought let them have little trouble, that's good. Now otherwise your mind will be engaged, you see. When you have one or two little psychological trouble, your mind will be engaged. Otherwise what will happen now? Actually, meditation itself is a psychological trouble given to people. I am telling you the truth. No, really. Why no? Otherwise you go on create a lot of nonsense, problems inside your head. So once you give the meditation technique to that fellow, he'll be sitting and trying with the meditation technique. He will not create problems for himself. Actually what meditation does, it does not bring bliss to you. It just stops you stopping the bliss process. Bliss is there always in you. You create troubles and stop the bliss. So when you are given the meditation technique, you stop the stopping process, that's all. Then you start experiencing bliss. Then you say, oh, meditation gives bliss. Meditation does not give bliss. You are constantly creating some trouble for you. So when the meditation is given, you stop creating trouble. That's something like these monkeys. Actually, if you give them some work means something like one flower garland or something to tear and play, they will be just only doing that. They will not bother about anybody else. If you don't supply any material for them, they will start harassing everybody. Like that way our mind is a monkey. So if you give the meditation, then it will be fully entertained with that meditation. It will not have much anything else to think, you see. Of course, there are different lineage meditations. Some do the meditation. Some do the meditation. There are different lineage meditations are there. So we don't know about other much lineages. Only our lineage we know. When you do something like this, then your nonsense head which goes on creating trouble for you, it will stop working. It will stop working. Then naturally the bliss will start happening. That is why masters create a little bit of that psychological. It's not even a disturbance. They make you think something. They make you little, what you think as agitation. They'll constantly poke at your identity. Actually, yesterday when I was speaking in English, I was firing the non-Indian fellow's identity. When I was speaking in Tamil, I was firing Indian's identity. I was actually attacking both the fellows at a time. I was telling these fellows also, fools, you will not achieve anything in this way. Do something. And I was telling these fellows also, you will not achieve anything this way. Do. Actually, I am trying to add to both the group which they don't have. Each group is missing something. These fellows are missing, the Indian fellows are missing the outer world, the organizing, clarity. And the non-Indian fellows are missing the inner world, the depth or the courage to drop the identity. So both are speaking. Try to hook and tell these fellows, add the other part. Only actually, one is intellect based, another one is emotion based. But both the fellows are missing the being. When you balance that two, being starts happening. That is the whole gist. But the difficulty is, emotion based fellows will not argue much. It's easy to teach them. But intellect based fellows will be go on arguing. That's why I also give all nonsensical logic. It's not, sometimes I give informations which I know very clearly, I just give opposite information. So that fellow will get agitated. When he gets agitated, he'll start getting irritated. What is this? He's completely changing the information. It's not that I don't know the information. Usually just to that violence. When that violence comes out, just to see how much the depth violence is there and how much it can come out. Anyhow, nice. Whether it is psychological or physical or emotional, whatever is said and done, we do meticulously everything from the ceremonial bath in Rishikesh to all the step by step till today's Badri Shraddha. Everything is done. Moreover, people are able to understand and relate with what they are doing because they understand the meaning. Alright, nothing much to speak. Maybe I'll just finish the story of yesterday's depression which I was talking. And I wanted all of you to know one more thing. This is the same hall 3 years ago. First time I gave mass energy darshan. The whole group had energy darshan at a time. Whole group had energy darshan at a time. That was the first time I gave energy darshan without touching to the whole group. And the whole group experienced the energy, had the inner experience. This is the same hall we had the group energy darshan 3 years ago.
In the year 2011, on this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, during the presidential address, the Nithyananda Satsang, shared how our body is based on our pattern of mind, how worry affects us, and how one can enter into deep sleep without dream. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism also guides the participants into the technique of experiencing dreamless deep sleep state. In the year 2012, on this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, during the presidential address, the Nithyananda Satsang, spoke on the Bhagavad Gita, 4th chapter, 41st verse. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is clarifying the practice of intense action. Intense action takes place when there is no diversion of our energy, when we are not attached to or distracted by our thoughts. When we exist in a sustained mood of unclutching, all our actions are intense and effective. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism gives a technique to strengthen our unclutching. Begin with a short time of simple unclutched mood, just sitting quietly. Then gradually adding some physical actions while maintaining the mood. In the year 2013, on this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expanded on the 4 principles of life. We spontaneously evolve to higher and higher frequencies of power. The practice of integrity evokes Vakshakti, the voice of the divine truth, and gives us the ability to manifest our words as reality. When we practice authenticity, we develop such internal strength that no one thinks to oppose us. The practice of responsibility grants us a commanding presence so that others spontaneously follow our leadership. Enriching others with knowledge awakens the spiritual understanding within us. In the year 2014, during the presidential address, the Nithyananda Satsang, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expanded on completion. He told us that when you entertain the pattern you are carrying inside, The tsunami of incompletion can wash away the power of your completion, making you lose who you are, your authenticity. Operating from, living and radiating completion is yoga. In the year 2020, on this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, in collaboration with Department Information of Broadcasting and Sri KAILASA Uniting Nations for Peacekeeping, aimed at eradicating violence and promoting peace, telecasted Nithyananda Satsang on convert your obsessive compulsive disorders to Ishta Devata inspired decisions, revealed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And so now with this we come to the end of this segment, and we are now going to be entering into the next phase of today's program, which is the Nithyananda Satsang. We request all our viewers to sit intensely with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Close your eyes and bring your awareness to your Ananda Gandha. Visualize the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism sitting in your Ananda Gandha as Paramashiva with the 25 heads and 50 hands. Now, start chanting the Mahavakya mantra, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, and allow the mantra to reverberate throughout your entire being. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Please continue to be in the same space of deep restful awareness as we get ready to welcome the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, to receive him for the Nithyananda Satsang.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Ananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Ananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham.
When
Om
we
Nithyananda
here in Kailasa's Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Devalayam at Adi Sarvagya
Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
are offering our prayers to Arunagiri Yogeshwara
Paramashivoham.
himself as he appeared in the life of our beloved Bhagavan, the supreme context of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, Sadguru.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
we are lighting lamps to Sri Arunagiri Yogeshwara,
Nithyananda Paramashivoham,
who graces us in the Arunagiri Yogeshwara Mandapam here in Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Devalaya.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham, Nithyananda Paramashivoham,
As our beloved Guru, Swami, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is going through an intense experience of samadhi.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham,
When his body is literally soaked in absolute oneness with Arunagiri Yogeshwara, Paramashiva.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
At this time,
Nithyananda
as per the instructions of the Supreme Pontiff, all the disciples and devotees have gathered from all over the world
Paramashivoham,
to offer their prayers to Arunagiri Yogeshwara by lighting lamps in front of his pictures.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham,
To request him to settle down in the body of the Supreme Pontiff
Nithyananda
much more strongly and intensely, and continue to manifest through his body
Nithyananda
and live longer,
Paramashivoham,
so that all of us, his disciples and devotees, can continue to enjoy this extremely sweet and intimate Guru-disciple relationship that we all are being blessed with in this life.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham,
During this intense samadhi experience,
Nithyananda Paramashivoham,
when the Supreme Pontiff is soaked in the ultimate oneness, Paramadvaita, with his Guru Arunagiri Yogeshwara, Paramashiva himself,
Nithyananda
whenever,
Paramashivoham,
for even a few minutes, his body settles from samadhi, all he does is offer puja to Paramashiva, the Shiva puja. In addition to that, due to his immense compassion and love for his disciples, he shares a few words from his Samadhi experience with all his disciples. Through social media, and continues to guide them even during this time. During this time when many of the disciples are experiencing a kind of a sweet pain of separation from him. The Supreme Pontiff even addressed this experience that all the disciples are experiencing and guided them. In his own words, I quote, "Now all my devotees and disciples listen intensely. This separation from me, this anxiety, whether you will be able to see me again or not, and insecurity, whether you will be able to get the darshan and initiations again or not. All this is a sweet pain which can be transformed into a deep devotional feeling connection through spiritual practice by a japa of Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, reading autobiography of the Avatar and enjoying Nithyanandapedia. What we are going through is a great spiritual possibility by Paramashiva to all of us. Paramashiva himself is settling as a larger being with more intensity and power manifestation in me through this intense samadhi. This is not the time for you to send some money or charity. If you want me to be alive and active for longer time for your benefit or the benefit of the world, do light a lamp in front of my Guru Arunagiri Yogeshwara's picture in your own home and pray to him to settle into my body and be more active and energetic and live longer. So use this beautiful opportunity of sweet pain of separation to intensify more and manifest powers and enlightenment of Paramashiva. It is all your love, devotion, feeling connection settles me from samadhi and makes me active and gives satsang again. If you want to show your love, devotion, just put the picture of my Guru Arunagiri Yogeshwara, light a lamp, take a picture and post it. Whenever I open my eyes, I will try to see all your posts and send my love and blessings to all of you. Obeying the instructions of our Guru, all of us have gathered here in KAILASA's Nithyananda Paramashiva Devalaya, in KAILASA's from all over the world. Are joining us online.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Lighting a lamp to Sri Arunagiri Yogeshwara and offering our sincere prayers, requesting him to settle down in the body of the Supreme Pontiff of India, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. And continue to manifest through his body, blessing us and the entire humanity. It is extremely rare opportunity of physically relating with Paramashiva. This opportunity, which comes once in thousands of years, and only a blessed are able to enjoy this personal connection and relationship with the Guru. Please keep your head, neck and spine straight. Continue to chant Mahavakya Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Carry the space of intense and gratitude towards Arunagiri Yogeshwara, the Ganda, unclutch from everything around you. Arunagiri Yogeshwara Mandapa. Here is Adi KAILASA Nithyananda Paramashivam is the exact stone replica of the Mandapam Achaleshwara temple in Tiruvannamalai, where thousands of devotees and disciples have personally visited and offered prayers to Arunagiri Yogeshwara by lighting lamps in front of his Vigraha. They have experienced several spiritual experiences and revelations there, which they have been sharing with us in the past few days. Now down to Sri Arunagiri Yogeshwara sincere prayers and requests. As we are nearing the completion of today's session, we are glad to announce that after this lamp light ceremony, we will have the sacred Mandakapadi offering for the upcoming Nithyananda Purnima Brahmotsavam. We will be streaming again after a few minutes. So we request you to join back in 5 to 10 minutes of time and witness this most auspicious and sacred occasion of Mandakapadi offering. Live from Nithyanandeshwara Paramashivoham at KAILASA Nithyananda Paramashivam. Thank you.
Paramashivoham.